Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
That is on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down with Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Taken down.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Barkley on 1st down, and he gets about 5 out of it.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
To throw on 3rd down, McCoy. And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards. Shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, I like your respect. Give them more than when I get it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
The Steeler first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Well on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
For Pittsburgh.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Mike 54. I'm scared. Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones lets it go for Nelson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
He's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. First down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
He was tackled at the 40.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool, but it'll be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And then he goes, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 61 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Jones. It's caught, Nelson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10, Giants nothing.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. The Giants on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Jones. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Giants.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
The 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Jones. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Tate on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Right there, 54, right there.
From the gun, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. Are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It was Bud Dupree fighting through and making the tackle.
Made back at the 39-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Back to throw. Jones. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he returns this to the 22. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 32-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
On the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
In your face.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kalen Ballage, 30 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Lets it go for Nelson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Jones now throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lets it go for Nelson. They find some open field here. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Giants' 44-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
A quick throw to Ratley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
To Damian Ratley.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They run it with Ballage. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Intended for Damian.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
From the gun, Jackson got an open man. It's Radley. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
Brings up 4th down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Boswell's kick is good. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Geis trying to get to the outside. 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Darius Geis.
A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
The 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive.
There he goes, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now Jones throwing on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Steelers 26, Giants 9.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They go play action with Jackson. Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Completion here to Claypool. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First down, Steelers.
How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 19 yards.
I know from talking with scouts, one of the biggest question marks people had about Chase Claypool coming out, what they call his long speed. Just how fast was he in the 40-yard dash? He showed that he's plenty fast enough, coupled with a 6'4" body and a physical, strong stature. He's got a chance to be a star in this league.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson will throw again. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Eric Ebron there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell.
Point after.
And the lead is now 24.
Good. Makes the score Steelers 33, Giants 9.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Barkley, a first down and more. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
For the 2-point conversion.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Jones, off play action. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Switch. Hey, check 24.
Now Lewis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of them. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Daniel Jones.
Bud Dupree able to get him for a loss of about 3. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, it's complete.
Pass complete to J.J.
The Giants on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Jones lets it go for Nelson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Jones, and he finds Penny. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson now off the bootleg. Ebron caught left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And a Steeler 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now Jones on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Check 24, check 24.
Here's Jones on first and 10. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
The 26-yard line.
Check, check. I got you. I got you. Check. Check out.
Jones throwing on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Throwing Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught right side, Tate. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
50-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. So here we go. 45 ticks to play, and it's all going to come down to this onside kick. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately,
expecting an onside kick. 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome.